Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your exact soul mission in this lifetime, and we'll be taking a look at this reading from a very deep perspective. And so we'll be taking a closer look at what your earth mission is exactly, what your healing is going to look like, and we're going to take a look at your personal growth. So to do this reading, we have 4 piles for you here today to choose from. Let me introduce the crystals associated with each one of these 4 piles. So for pile number 1, we have the Bloodstone point, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the Dalmation Jasper point, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the white Howlite crystal, and this is what your crystal looks like. White Howlite point, of course. And for pile number 4, we have the rose quartz point, and this is what your crystal looks like. All right, so take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. Now, as I always say, your intuition is your magic, and so let it guide the way. Whether you're drawn to just one pile and you know that's the one you're going to listen to, that's the one that will give you your message, or maybe you're drawn to several piles, or perhaps you're even drawn to all of them. Trust that whatever your intuition is guiding you towards, it is what you are meant to hear. And the more you listen to your intuition and take feedback, the more you strengthen this magical muscle. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your pile preparation process. It is lovely having you around. So let me introduce the decks to you before we begin. At the lower part of your screen, these are the oracle decks that we will be using for your reading. And this is, of course, the chosen tarot deck for your reading today. And to do this reading, we are, of course, going to be dividing it into 3 parts. First part will be dedicating the reading to your earth mission. What are you supposed to do? Exactly what are you meant to do? Second part will be dedicated to your healing journey, your spiritual healing journey. And the third part will be dedicated to your spiritual personal growth. So let's get straight into it. But also let me make a note that if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll always find that I leave the names of these decks down in the description box. Okay, so let's get right into it. Can we kindly know pile number 1's exact soul mission in this lifetime? Thank you. What are their earth mission? What is their healing? And what is their personal growth? Thank you. All right, now let's pick up your next deck. I feel this one. All right. this one. That's healing. And I feel this one. This will be personal growth. Lovely. Okay. Now the next deck. So what is pile number 1's exact soul mission in this lifetime? Thank you. Earth mission. Healing and personal growth. Next deck. I think we should put this card first because it'll help us identify, since it's the largest, it'll help us identify the division between the 3 types of readings that we want to do. This way it's easier to just pull up the pile, the whole pile. Okay, that's better. So now we know. Oh, this one. Thank you. What is pile number 1's exact soul mission in this lifetime? Their earth mission, healing, and personal growth, please. Thank you. So we've just prepared your oracle cards. Now it's time to pick up your tarot deck, and we will be taking 8 cards for each of the 3 parts. So what is pile number 1's earth mission, healing, soul mission, and personal growth, please? So 2, 2, and 2. Now we need 6 for each pile. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. We will, of course, be keeping your deck on the side in case we need any further clarification during your reading. But let's now put your piles neatly together so that we are ready for your reading. So that is personal growth, that is healing, and that is your mission. Let's now put them neatly together. There we go. So pile number 1. Your pile is now ready. Let's add your beautiful crystal. There we go. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always lovely having you around as we prepare for your deck. And I just want to say, I will always love you. Thank you for being around. It is always one of my biggest blessings to have beautiful souls like you around. Thank you, and let's get into your reading. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your pile preparation. It is always lovely having you here. And before we begin preparing, let me introduce your cards to you. At the very bottom are the oracle decks that we will be using for your reading. And of course, for your tarot, we will be using the tarot of your choice. Also, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I leave their names down in the description box. So to begin, the way we are going to distribute your cards is that we are going to have 3 piles in order to get deeper into your soul mission in this lifetime. We want to take a look at what your mission is, your soul mission is on this earth in this lifetime in the first pile. And then the second pile will be taking a closer look at your soul healing or your healing in general. And in the third part, we're taking a look at your personal growth. So to do that, let's begin with your first, this way around, okay, with your first oracle deck. Whoa, okay, so I feel this one. 1. And then 2. And then 3. All right. Next deck. So what is your exact soul mission in this lifetime, please? Your earth mission, your healing, and your personal growth. What is your exact soul mission? Oh, this one. In this lifetime, please. Okay. Last deck. There we go. So these are the oracle decks for your reading. Let's now get into your tarot deck. And we'll be taking 8 cards for each of the piles. So we want to know what your exact soul mission is in this lifetime. 1, 1. Oh, 1. So I'll keep these 2. These are 3. Not this one. Okay. What is your exact soul mission in this lifetime? 1, 2, and 3. So these are 4. Right? Are these 4? I think they are, of course. Yes, these are 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. There we go. We'll keep your tarot deck on the side in case we need any further clarifications during your reading. And now let's put your piles together neatly. So this is the personal growth pile. This is your healing in this lifetime. And this is your mission. Let's now put them together neatly. I think your cards in this pile are rather the same size. So that's really cool. And your pile, I believe, is now ready. Let's keep it right there. And let's add your beautiful stone. There we go. So pile number 2, your pile is now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I enjoyed immensely. Thank you. Love you guys very much. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. It is so lovely to have you here as we prepare for your pile. So thank you for being here. Before we begin, let me introduce the cards to you. At the bottom of the screen, these are the oracle decks that we will be using. And of course, for the tarot, we will be using the deck of your choice. Now, to do this, also, I forgot to mention, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, of course, you'll always find them listed down in the description box. So, what I was about to say was, to do this reading, we are going to be dividing your pile into 3 sections, meaning we're going to have 3 piles. The first pile will focus and take a deeper look at what your earth mission is exactly. What is your soul mission here? Second part will be taking a look at your healing. What are you supposed to heal in your lifetime? And the third part will be taking a look at your personal growth. So let's start your preparation process. And let's I feel this one. No, let's shuffle it first. I felt it, but I know you're always going to get the right pile. I want it. So, what is your exact, there we go, soul mission in this lifetime in terms of your mission? This one, healing. And, this one. And personal growth. Lovely. Okay. So now let's take the second deck. And also, this one. What is your exact soul mission this lifetime in terms of your earth mission, your healing, and your, actually this one, personal growth. Okay. Next oracle deck. Thank you. What is your exact soul mission in this lifetime? Healing and personal growth. Thank you so much. These are 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay, so now let's start shuffling your tarot deck. And we will be taking 8 cards for each of these 3 piles. And we want to know what your exact soul mission is in this lifetime. In terms of your earth mission, your healing, and your personal growth. So, let's shuffle it the other way around. Ooh. Right, so 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be the 8. Okay, 7. And 8. There we go. We'll leave your deck to the side in case we need any further clarifications during your reading. And let's now put your piles neatly together. This is your personal growth. This is your healing. And this is your mission. Let's now put them together. There we go. Wonderful. So pile number 3, your pile is now ready. Let's add your beautiful crystal, the white howlite. So, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Love you guys so much. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your pile preparation. It is so lovely to have you here. And before we begin, let me introduce the decks to you. At the lower end of your screen, these are the oracle decks that we will be using. And of course, for your tarot, we will be using the deck of your choice, the one you were drawn to for this reading. All right, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I leave their names down in the description box. Also, one final thing before we begin, I want to show you how we're going to be doing this preparation. We will be dividing your reading into 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3. First pile will be taking a deeper look at what your earth mission is going to be like, so that we have a closer look at what your soul mission is. A second pile, with regards to your soul mission, we're going to see your healing. And the third pile, of course, will be about your personal growth. So, now that we've established that, let's get right into it. Let's pick up your first oracle deck and start shuffling. I feel this one, so that is 1. Oh, this one, 2, and this one is a 3. There we go. Let's pick up your deck. Second deck. I feel this one. Oh, the 3 have appeared. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much. There we go. One, 2, and 3. All right, last oracle deck. What is your exact soul mission in this lifetime? Thank you. Earth mission, healing, and personal growth. Wonderful. So now your oracle cards for this reading are ready. Let's now pick up your deck, and we will be taking 8 cards for each of the 3 piles. So we want to know what your exact soul mission is in this lifetime in terms of your earth mission. Oh, thanks. Your healing and your personal growth. So we have 2 here. Three. 4. Oh, 5. That was nice. 6. 7. And 8. I feel this one. There we go. Wonderful. Let's leave your deck right here. And let's put your piles neatly together for your reading. So this pile is your personal growth. This is your healing. And this is your earth mission. Let's now put them together. Wow, there we go. Can't wait to get into your reading. Let's keep your pile right there. Okay, can you see it? Yeah, I think you can. And we'll keep your crystal right there. There we go. So, your pile is now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Love you guys very much. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you. So grateful to have a beautiful soul family like you. I will never stop saying it. I feel very blessed. And let's share this gratitude together. At least let me share it with you. Thank you so much for being here. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at your exact soul mission in this lifetime. And to do this reading, we have divided them into 3 parts. So let's get started right away with it. We are going to first take a look at the exact soul mission that you have here in this lifetime or in this earth. So to do this, we're going to be taking a look at your oracle cards first. So pile number 1, you have winter. So this is what your card looks like. You have bell with awakening. How interesting. Okay. So bell is associated with the throat chakra. Let's see. You have the 28th moon mansion with a sleeper. It's pretty close to winter when things are stagnant, maybe. So this mansion is ruled by the moon and Pluto in Pisces. Let's keep it right there. And you have the willow tree. How interesting. I'm kind of getting the idea here about your soul mission, but first let's take a look at your tarot cards. So pile number 1, you have the 3 of Pentacles. You have the 5 of Cups, the Fool card, the Sun. Wow. Very optimistic, the Fool with the Sun. You have the Ace of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and we have one final card. I think we'll need to move this a little bit down so that we have space for your last card, and that is the Page of Cups. Ooh, what an interesting spread. So what are we seeing here? Of course, with the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Swords, we're seeing the idea of the winter, the sleeper, and the bell. All right. Other than the 3 of Pentacles here, which has its own meaning and we'll get to in a second, what I am seeing mostly in your reading are either cups or swords, right? So the first thing I'm thinking of with cups is the water element. And with water, you know, it's the only element that we're able to get in it, to swim in it. In fact, you have that right there, okay? And with swords, it's the other way around. The swords can cut through us. So what I'm understanding here is that you are or will be in a field, or your soul mission has to do with a field of something that we either have to deal with or it will deal with us. And examples of these could be mental health, it could be science, education, awareness, the planet, the economy, you know? It is something that we have to make sure we're on top of it. Otherwise, it will have a great effect on us. Now, this is really cool because we see with your soul mission is that you will have some sort of great input, some sort of an epiphany of how to deal with something in your field very well. And the reason I'm saying that is because with the winter here, it reminds me of the Norwegians and how they think about the winter. And it's all about our mentality. As they say, there's no such thing as a cold winter. It's all about how you are dressed and prepared for it. So if you're well prepared, you won't feel the winter. You'll enjoy the nature. You'll go about your day. You'll ski. And you'll be able to deal with it pretty normally to a great extent. You'll be able to accommodate with it. So I see here that with your soul mission, especially that it has Bell, in conjunction with Sleeper, I feel like you're creating awareness. You're waking people up to some sort of brilliant idea or a brilliant way of dealing. That's why you have the Ace of Swords, right? Of dealing with something that is otherwise very difficult. Again, this is why you have the willow tree. And the beauty about the willow tree is that with the branches, no matter how rough the winds are, it is so flexible, it doesn't break it. So you are, in a way, we have the air element here again, in a way, changing people's perspective, maybe creating a system or creating awareness in an area that is really putting a pressure on people, and you're helping them make a new start with a new way of doing things completely that will help them find the way, enjoy their situation, make the best of it rather than feel stuck. And you know, this is reminding me again of someone I just heard speaking, a financial expert or something that was speaking a couple of days ago that I've heard on YouTube. He was saying during difficult times, this is the time where a lot of people actually make a lot of wealth and become very wealthy. They make their millions during that time. Even people who weren't well off to begin with. So that's the type of energy that I'm seeing. Making use of a difficult situation. A situation where we may be losing a lot by shifting perspective, because we have the blue bell here on the head, and that is awareness. The blue bell has to do with alertness and awareness. So yeah, let's take a closer look into your cards and how you're going to do that, pile number 1. We see with the 9 of Swords already that, and the 5 of Pentacles, it is something that is stressing people out, maybe they're feeling lack, and it's all about changing a perspective, an idea, and a thought. You will have a great effect with the willow here during a time where people are sad, crying over something difficult, and you will be entering people's hearts very easily, showing them that there's something that they can do about the situation. That doesn't necessarily have to be with people. Maybe you're fixing a difficult situation with the planet or the economy. But you are clearly bringing in a solution that will be loved and regarded as a great idea. You're coming in with a message of flexibility about this situation. Do you see here, someone is stuck in water while you are laying it in it, enjoying it, showing that you can make use of the situation rather than feeling enclosed and stuck by it. For example, this could really be in any field. So let's say, for example, your country has a lot of sand. It's a desert country. Where the desert is bringing lack, you're showing that the sand is able to create an amazing type of silicon that could be used in technology and in computers. And you're bringing this brilliant idea of how simple this can be applied. And now your country is thriving. And because of the money coming in, it's helping it bring in bring in the nearest water. It's helping people thrive in the environment. It's helping people get more educated into technology. It's building up the city. So that's just a quick example of people feeling very sorrowful about something and turning it into an amazing situation that would help everyone around you. Another example of this energy, I'm just trying to show you as close as possible how you're going to make a turnaround. It is a very important mission, that change in thought, a change in the way we look at things that will really create some sort of revolution. Change in vision, pile number one. So for example, let's say it's mental health, right? And people are really sad about losing maybe a pet that they loved dearly, and it's very painful. So for example, one change in perspective to cope with that is to think, okay, well, I'll always be hoping that they had lived more years with me. But what if we change our perspective, and for the sake of survival, for the sake of going through the deep pain, and thinking, what if this wasn't the reality? What if the reality was that my pet was only able to live maybe, 4 years, 6 years? Wouldn't you now feel so much privileged that you got an extra 6 years more than the usual? Wouldn't you feel so grateful that you got all of this time, more time to spend with them? Nothing will ever take away the want of being with someone we love forever, or an animal that we love forever. But changing perspective, we can now accept it more, and even to an extent radiate gratitude that we were able to spend all of these beautiful times, and we were lucky to have this time with them. And so here we can clearly see it's all about changing perspective, to be on top of a situation rather than it being on top of us. If it's the economy, it's us making use of the situation rather than it making use of us. Same with the planet, same in whichever field you are going to choose, because obviously this is a general reading. All I have a clue about is that it's a situation that's stressing people out, stressing us in one way or the other. And you're bringing in a message of awareness of opening the mind, and from that bringing a lot of blessings, a great change, a wonderful idea that will not just help us cope, but deal with the situation in a very smart way. Do you notice how there's a red feather here that someone is leaving behind? But it is now part of the flower of the great idea. So something that we used to run away from is now the reason we have what we have. Pile number 1. Do you see how in this card this girl is shedding leaves? In this card there are no leaves at all on the head. So it's a message of acceptance. If something is going to go, let it go and make the best out of it, make amazing things out of it. Instead, this person, even though they felt vulnerable here, this person has a lot of leaves to cover them, and beautiful yards of bluebells and trees in the background and grass everywhere. So yes, maybe we lost something, but we made something amazing out of it. With the example of the desert, you can't change a desert into a meadow, but who knows, maybe in the future, who knows. But you can certainly make something great out of it. And we can see the feather again, stressing the stress turned into something amazing. So amazing soul mission, pile number 1. You're coming up with a brilliant idea, a revolutionary idea, maybe an idea that is going to change perspective and makes people take different type of action towards things. So pile number 1, good job. Love your soul mission. Love your soul mission. You're gonna change something amazing by a perspective, a message of change. Okay, so now we've had a closer look at your earth mission. Let's now take a look at your healing. All right, so let's take a look now at your healing. So, pile number 1, you have lead. Let's keep it right here. You have bat with rebirth in consciousness. Oh, sorry. There we go. Rebirth in consciousness. You have the last quarter waning, fire moon with opposition. You have, the foxglove. Love that. It's starting to make sense. But let's take a look at your tarot cards. So that one wants to come out. So you have, yes, that's what I thought. So you have the, obviously with the opposition, you have the 2 of Pentacles. And standing on an egg, which goes really well with the foxglove. And I'll tell you why in a second. You have the Hierophant. And the foxglove has to do a lot with Mars. So that's why you have the fire moon here. You have the 4 of Swords. The Chariot. The 2 of Swords. Again, the opposition of something. But of course, this is from a different perspective. Same thing, but I'll get to it in a second. You have the 10 of Swords. The 2 of Wands. And you have the Devil card. So. It's interesting. It's just catching my attention. The socks here and here, you'd think this person is wearing a leopard pair of socks, but he is the leopard. And you think this person is wearing a striped pair of socks, but this is the bee. So I'll pull these elements, but let me first take a look at the whole picture. It's the me, but it's me. In the same context of the leopard sock being actually the leopard, we see the cat holding the problem and the solution in the other hand. And hence the twos. The Hierophant wearing 2 keys. And last, the Devil holding 2 cages. Hence the opposition that we see here. And so, we see that in your lifetime, you are going to be holding or dealing with an issue, trying to heal throughout your lifetime, one issue, but you will be given a humongous advantage in the other hand or on the other side. And the idea here in your lifetime is to use that blessing that you have to heal that challenge that you're constantly dealing with in your lifetime. And hence we see the socks in the leopard here. Oh, what beautiful socks, but they are the leopard. So it's that big blessing that you have that will help you heal that challenge on the other hand. Let's give examples because we've been talking through symbols this whole time. Let's get real now. Roll up our sleeves and get right into it. An example of that would be someone who wants to break the generational gap of coming out of the poor mentality, of not being able to achieve what one wants. And so to break that generational misunderstanding or karma, this person is very blessed, let's say, with people and convincing people to do things and networking and getting to know so many people. And so maybe this is a challenge, but this person has a great skill to hold on in their hands, and that's the ability to convince people with things. So they go through the process of maybe working in sales, especially for companies that give high commissions, like, for example, insurance or real estate. They work their way up, they start making money, they learn the trade, and they start becoming millionaires. They start becoming people who know how to create wealth for themselves. And so breaking that generational understanding or generational karma. Actually, this reminds me of a friend that I used to have back in university. That's a very intriguing story of the same type of thing. You know, I had a friend who was very charismatic. She had this I don't have any other words to describe it, but this magnetic charisma. She was able to make people laugh. She had this presence. Everyone was so interested in her. She had, all I can say is that she had this presence, this, I don't want to say power because she was pleasant and lovely, but yeah, you definitely were giving attention to this person. And so there was once where she spoke to me honestly. There was once we were talking and she told me about her feeling sad because she felt she wasn't good looking. And you know, she was so charismatic, you wouldn't really think about it this way at all. And I never thought she was thinking about that. And so this is one thing that she wanted to heal internally. But get this, she had a huge crush on someone. I don't know how it is now, but back then this was the love of her life. This was the guy she was dreaming about. And so she was very lucky, and this guy asked her out, and was very interested in her. And so at the beginning she would tell me about the little things that he didn't do because he didn't maybe like her that much. Like, for example, he wouldn't call her frequently. He didn't show that much interest yet in the beginning. And so she would always tell me with confidence, she would say, this guy is going to fall in love with me. Let him wait. I know it takes time until until that happens. This guy is going to fall in love with me. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants now. Just make that guy wait. He's gonna be in love with me. And I was so in love with her confidence. To her, it was just a matter of time before this guy was gonna be madly in love with her. And behold, she was right. This guy fell in love with her in a way that even he explained, I've never fallen in love with a girl in my life the way I have with her. She's the love of my life. And it was just so impressive. And here I see that her charisma really helped her in her healing process, especially later. She by the years she learned how to take care of herself. You can noticeably see how she learned to take care of herself. Maybe we haven't spoken, but she is on my Facebook, and you can see that year after year she's really learned to love herself and to see the beauty in herself, and that really glowed on the outside. I think she looks gorgeous. Honestly, sometimes I think to myself, why did she think there was a problem? I don't understand. And you can genuinely see there is peace. She's very much, I think, we haven't spoke, but you can really see through the energy of the pictures that she's very happy with herself. And so the examples could go, what I see in your healing journey, that type of energy, where there's one challenge, but really the other amazing blessing is in your hand that will be the key that will open or heal the key that will open and heal that other challenge. There are keys all over your reading, of course, being the Hierophant, but it's about learning. And this is why you have the Two of Pentacles balancing things out by standing. This duck is standing on their own shell that they were born from. So you were born with a great advantage. And this is definitely confirmed by the foxglove. You were born with something that will spring and fix something else. You have the foxglove, and in mythology, the goddess Hera impregnated Flora. No. I mean the other way around. The goddess Flora impregnated the goddess Hera using a foxglove, and she touched her belly to impregnate her with the god Mars. So that birthright or birth gift that you have will help you spring into action. To find your way. You know how the bats, they have radioactive, not radioactive. They navigate through the night using ultrasonic waves, right? And so you learn to navigate through this issue, to self-reflect, as you can see with the card here, to self-reflect. You have something that you are meant to use to reflect upon and see how you're going to use that gift to reach the other goal and heal that other issue in your life. In fact, lead half of the lead I read once that is produced today is used for car batteries. So yeah, to generate energy to be used for the other thing. One thing helps the other. Pile number 1. And so with the devil idea, with the devil, you're not really stuck. In fact, you have the cages open. One of them can always go and rescue the other. One thing will lead to the freedom of the other. Yeah, that's why you have Saturn here. It's a spiritual journey with the Pisces. Saturn is not meant to come and make your life hard at all. Saturn is like a blessing in disguise. It's that amazing thing that happens to us. Although it looks very challenging, it gives us one of the best things that we can have in life. And that's exactly the energy that I see here. With the Four of Swords, the challenge is to maybe overcome the need to having that challenge solved without working much on it. For it to come and knock on our door, and for us to be given that blessing, we always have to remember, even if other people have that blessing easily, we have other blessings that others don't have easily. And so some things we get and some things we work towards to get. Or as your main card here suggests, one thing leads to another. Yeah. You are meant to, the minute you recognize that you're not really stuck with the Ten of Swords, and that there's so much learning and fun that you can have to accept things as they are, because you're now planning on your journey. And with the bicycle here, although the journey may seem a bit slow in the beginning, you will realize that it will work out wonderful and marvelous for you, because you are meant to reach that. You are meant to use that blessing to unlock the other challenge in your life. And you will see, pile number 1, you are not leaving this planet without having healed, as long as you're working on it, of course, without having healed that other issue and have your dream come true in this area. Such beautiful energy. And I'm wishing you the best of luck, pile number 1. I know you will find your way. Okay, so now that we've had a look at your healing journey, let's take a look at your personal growth. All right, so we have darkening with Melanosis, of course. Okay. You have, okay, will we keep it here? Yeah, there we go. We have Wisteria, Late Blossomer. Okay, you have the Broomstick, late or something blossoms later on. Okay. You have the Black Moon in the air element with revision. It says dormant here. Really cool, actually. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Magician. Wow. Okay. You have the Death card. You have the Emperor. Wow, big cards. 3 major arcana so far. You're gonna go through a great transformation. You are becoming someone amazing. It's a very significant lifetime, this one, for you. Whereas all lifetimes are important, but this one, wow, you're achieving something big in this lifetime. You have, wow, the Wheel of Fortune, the fourth major arcana. Wow, I'm telling you, you are going to go through a humongous transformational process, great personal growth in your lifetime. You're changing something big. Temperance, wow, do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. This is not a coincidence. Another what? The Strength card? What? The Three of Swords. Wow. Wow. And the Knight of Swords. This is no small journey here, my dear pile number one. This is a huge transformational process. And obviously with the Emperor and the Strength and Temperance, you are becoming someone who's very strong, very grounded with the Emperor, and full of skills with the Magician in this lifetime. So let's take a deeper dive here into your reading. Revision. Dormant is of course sticking out here with Wisteria. Give me a couple of seconds to grasp all of these cards. Darkness. The darkening, going. This is actually interesting because I turned on the light for you to see better. And we're seeing darkness here in the Death card as well as the darkening. Darkness is to go within and see what you're not seeing. Exploration, to go into this deep psyche, and that's why you have the Raven here, of yourself. This is a long, deep, transformational journey, my dear friend, in this lifetime. This is a long journey, my dear pile number one. But oh boy, will you have an amazing transformation, bigger and stronger than almost anyone you know, a pile number one. And that's why what you have Wisteria. We see that you, in the beginning of your life, you may be sad a little bit or struggling a little bit with something. You might even, with the darkening, go through the dark night of the soul. It might take you time to get over something, and then you blossom in a way that is more beautiful than ever anyone can ever think. You being among the top with the major arcana here, you glowing and shining and becoming something amazing. The reason I say that is the Wisteria doesn't blossom until late in the spring. It's one of the last flowers to bloom. So we're seeing something taking time, but once it pops, you know that advertising, once it pops, it never stops. Once you pop, pile number 3, you are becoming something that anyone would admire and would love to be. It's like you have all of the qualities anyone would wish for in the world. You are becoming a strong character, someone who seems to be very balanced, nothing hits them, someone who's very fortunate, very skilled, has a very strong character, someone who grabs people's hearts with the Magician here. You're glowing, you're looking handsome or pretty or beautiful. You are just everything anyone would ever want to be. And that's why we see a major transformation in this lifetime. It's like you're almost meant to achieve everything you ever want in this lifetime. Perhaps even popularity, because you're glowing here. You're developing courage. You're developing so many things. It's blowing my mind. How can someone have all of these in a reading of personal growth? Pile number 1, really consider yourself super lucky. In this lifetime, you are going through a magical transformation. You are sitting on your throne and people are looking at you in awe with who you have become. Someone akin to a knight, a royal person who has so much, exudes power, exudes charisma, exudes skills, very wealthy. Yes, maybe your transformation was tough, but the results are going to be so good. It's going to squeal your heart. And we see the egg here. Again, you're using a birthright or a birth advantage to unlock all of these doors for yourself. Mind-blowing, pile number 1. And that's why you have dormant. You have so many blessings that are meant to be unlocked, cleared. You know how when you find a box of treasure and it looks all uninteresting, and then you clean it up, you open the lock, and bam, you see beautiful jewelry and jewels, and you are amazed with what you're seeing. And you're thinking, wow, all along that box was there. I just never looked at it. So we're seeing in this lifetime, you're finally revealing who you are on the inside, bringing your inside out. And through that, you're going through a great cleaning and clearing process of energies, perhaps that were there from past lives, and unlocking everything that you are meant to be in this lifetime. You are going to have a fantabulous life in this journey, in your journey, in this lifetime. Pile number 1, I'm not sure if you are still going through the healing process, or if you're already coming out of it. Whichever case it is, it's a matter of time. As you can see in the watch of the death card here, it's a matter of time, and you using the amazing things that you have to unlock all of these great blessings into your life. Pile number 1, you're so lucky. What a mind-blowing reading. I would really encourage you to take a screenshot of your cards, of the personal growth that you're meant to go through in this lifetime, to know the picture of your reality, of who you are meant to be in this lifetime, how great you are. And it's a matter of really clearing it out, dusting it off, and coming out to the other side, being everything amazing that really everyone or anyone would wish to be. Oh, pile number 1. I love your reading. Pile number 1, I wish you the best from my heart. I hope you're on the way of unlocking this. I'm rooting for you. Rooting for you, pile number 1. Hope you get to the other side and see the amazing person that you are. Pile number 1, this was your reading. Wishing you all the best from my heart to yours. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. And by the way, if you love Zodiac tarot readings, make sure you check my other channel out. You'll find the link to this channel first thing in the description box. And please Don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 1. You'll find that it could really help you out in your journey. This book is small, straight to the point. You won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person, all while enjoying the process of becoming productive and self-disciplined. You'll see that these skills will help you get a long way in achieving everything that you want. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And by the way, now there's an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 1, it was such a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So we're taking a look at your exact soul mission in this lifetime. And as you can see, we've divided your pile into 3 parts. First thing, we're going to be taking a look at your earth mission, and then your healing, and then your personal growth. Your healing journey, of course, and your personal growth in your soul journey. Let me replace the crystal so that we have your crystal in your reading. And let's get right into it. So we're starting out, of course, with your oracle cards first. So let's see what you have. Oh, you have the peacock's tail. Interesting. So we're taking a look at your earth mission, or your mission, spiritual mission. Okay, pretty cool. The peacock's tail, honestly. You have the... Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot. Apologies, pile number 2. The camera went off as I was introducing your card. So you have the Blackthorn. You also have the Moon with timing. Okay, pretty interesting card actually. And wow, you have the 11th moon mansion with the Sun in Jupiter. Ruled by the Sun and Jupiter in Leo with Fortuna. Wow. Okay. Pretty cool reading for sure. The amount of things that we can already see is mind-blowing, but let's take a look also at your tarot cards. Oh, this one first. Okay. So you have the 10 of Pentacles. No doubt it wanted to come out first, right? You have the Fool card. Okay. You have the King of Pentacles. Wow. The amount of wealth in this reading already. Pile number 2. What is up? You have the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Cups. Interesting. Preceding each other. Okay. How about we push your cards there so we have space? There we go. You have the 6 of Swords. The Queen of Cups. And you have the Hanged Man. Very interesting reading. So pile number 2, in terms of your soul journey here, we can see with the 4 of Pentacles and with the 4 of Cups that at the very beginning of your journey, it seems like you are with the 4 of Pentacles. You know, you see a mouse here asking for from another mouse for money, handing over their hat. You know, the hats, they remind me of very creative, artistic people, which we see all over your reading. Skilled, very skilled artistic people. And sometimes they show us this mastery, and we give them our appreciation for it. But it seems like society has not yet developed enough to understand the mastery and the brilliance of such skills. So we're seeing you starting your journey perhaps with a job in the beginning that you're not really interested in, doesn't speak to your heart, or maybe a couple of jobs in the beginning of your life. It seems like you're working, it's okay. With the Four of Pentacles, you're making things work, it's fine, not that bad, but it's not what you're looking for. Not in terms of the job, nor in terms of how you are enjoying it, and not in terms of the finances that come with it. But we see a great change coming in your spiritual journey, my dear pile number 2. Yeah, we see that the people who hired you in the beginning did not realize nor understand the amount of mastery and the amount of brilliance that comes with you. And that is very clear in your reading with, of course, the peacock's tail and the blackthorn. Because the blackthorns, they're associated with the goddess Kalia, who is also the guardian of the ancient woodlands. So she stands in the forest with her back bent, and she stands on her blackthorn staff with a raven on her shoulder, and she protects the woods. So here, if you look at her in the beginning, you would not imagine that she's a goddess, a guardian of ancient woodlands. And so in the beginning of your career, we see that maybe you're doing a job, you're doing it well, but the people who you're working with, your colleagues, maybe your employer at the time, does not know the amount of maybe wealth and talent that they have working for them at this point. You, in your heart, in the beginning of your journey, you know that this is not really what you're going to end up with. You know that this is not you. There's so much more to you. And so here, we see you at some point crossing over to the other side. I don't think that this reading is actually a coincidence for you. With this moon, I'm seeing that you're at a time because it says timing. So you're at a time where you're shifting now, moving to the other realm. Here in this other realm, my goodness, pile number 2, we see something else completely different. We see that you're now starting with the Fool in your real spiritual journey, your real mission here on earth. Albeit slowly but surely. But this time, with all of the birds here, you have your ducks in a row. You kind of understand and have an idea of how you're going to go about this, what you want to do. You may even have started this journey. And so, with all of this talent here, with what we see with the Queen of Cups, we see that you're now making I don't want to say ends meet, but making wealth or making money through a direction that now speaks to your heart. And you know, the Queen of Cups, the wonderful thing about her, she's a queen, so she's a master now. And when she does something, she does it with passion from the heart. She pays attention to everything that she does. So if she's cooking, she makes a wonderful, wholesome, delicious meal. If she's making music, as referred to in this card, she's like a master. She's like a... funny, I was going to say Picasso. How ignorant. She's like a Mozart, she can create music even if she can't hear it. We can see true mastery and true passion and true skill, which was very evident from the beginning. Maybe not seen, but it was there. And so you found your way. Somewhere along the line, you find your way, you find your true skill. You genuinely understand on a deep level what you're good at, and you bring it out to the world. And boy, when you bring it out to the world, everything changes in your own world and on the outside world, creating a lot of fortune for you. When I say fortune, don't even get me started. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You even have in your Queen of Cups depicting the idea of you making a lot of wealth, because you have someone here who is fishing for their supper at the back of the card in the background. But here you see the Queen of Cups. I don't want to say above that, but living a comfortable life, not worried about bringing or hunting or fishing for her supper right away, because she knows she's creating something marvelous that will bring her the supper that she needs. And so with Fortuna, my goodness, this is one of my favorite 11 moon mansions. You have it's ruled by the Sun and Jupiter. So much good luck. Is like fortune literally raining down on you, fortune being thrown at you. So yes, we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups here showing us a lot of fortune in this specific card. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Do you see your 10 of Pentacles? It's almost funny how you're making money, perhaps even while sleeping. Like this Emperor here in this King of Pentacles or Sultan. So yes, this is a time of your life where your hands, your skills, maybe your art is taking you in this direction. Now, there's something very important about your spiritual journey, and we see it with the peacock's tail here in your main card. So the wonderful thing about the peacock tail, one that makes it a very important sacred alchemical image, is because, of course, we know how breathtaking it is when the peacock starts opening up its tail and displaying it with such nonchalance and such pride, and the movement takes your heart, and when it opens it's just magnificent to look at. And so when it's closed, let's put it this way, when it's closed you see one perspective of its tail, but then when it starts opening it, you see the multi perspective and the detail and the color and the beauty unfolding right in front of our eyes. It's really one of the most magnificent things to look at in nature, the peacock's tail. So you are presenting something that is awe-striking to people, something that makes people stop in awe watching this amazing work unfold, taking their breath, thinking, wow, how can such creativity and art be displayed this way? So creativity and art could be literally creativity and art, but it also could be any type of creativity in any field that will take people's breath away. It's certainly something that is needed, something that will change people's perspective, will see things from will help people see things from a multi-dimensional way, instead of seeing it as one perspective. and it will certainly grab the attention of everyone. You will be like a goddess in this field. Pile number 2. And of course, by goddess or queen, that's just energy, no matter how you identify as. Oh, again, the hat with the art. You have an amazing skill that is not seen, not appreciated yet. And once it is, open your hand, my dear friend, because you are going to be showered with wealth. Your job is going to be very important and very critical. You have that skill for a reason, because you're going to be opening up people's eyes, just like an alchemical process, to many things that they have not seen before in this field. So pile number 1, all the best of luck, all the magic, and certainly all the blessings to you with your amazing earthly mission that you have. All the best of luck. It's blowing my mind already, and may you always have fun, make a humongous difference, and be blessed all of your life. So this is what we can see in terms of your soul mission. Let's now take a look at your healing journey, pile number 2. All right, so pile number 2, you have, so we have chaos, we have the crone with release. How interesting. Love that for you. Okay, of course not the chaos, but I'll tell you what I see in a second. You have the chamomile. Interesting, of course. This makes a lot of sense. You also have, yes, okay, it's mind-blowing how the cards come together. It's impossible that the universe is not communicating with us. It's impossible. So you have the 16th moon mansion, ruled by Uranus and Mercury in Libra. All right. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the 8 of Cups. Yeah. You have the 7 of Swords. And what an amazing 7 of Swords. You have the 5 of Wands. So cool. Really so cool. Okay. You have the Page of Pentacles. So 4 cards. I think we should push your cards a little bit so we have space for all your cards like the last time. Oh, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the High Priestess. The Justice card. And you have the 7 of Cups. Wow. Where do we begin? I'll look at the top section here because there's so many interesting messages. I want to grasp all of it before we begin. So give me a second, pile number 2. So we see here that is very clear in your reading, pile number 2, is that you are going through a journey in this lifetime, healing some strong struggles. With the chamomile, you know, we drink the chamomile tea to wind down, relax, to feel calm. It brings feelings of tranquility. It's a stress reliever. Yeah, mostly tranquility and sleep. We drink it before we sleep to get that tranquil, soft feeling. So we're really seeing a strong message of you releasing chaos, releasing internal struggles, as some really rough ones, all together through wisdom. You're going to see things very clearly in this lifetime, and that's why you have the High Priestess. So we can already see through your reading is that the struggles that you're healing in this lifetime has to do with others. It has to do with you not just dealing with others, but finding your way in a community that may not be totally aligned with you. And this is happening to you for a reason. You might find yourself constantly battling with others, growing up with a lot of people who always understand. Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the white. Sorry, pile number 2. So I was saying, in a society that always seems to understand each other, but not you. And we see here this opponent has left their hat on the floor and has relied on their own mind, on their own alertness to discuss things with these people. You have grown in a society where you wanted to fit in, but you're standing out. And people can see that. They can see you are different and you stand out in a way that intimidates them. And so the combination of maybe your mind being different and their intimidation of how you're standing out and many other factors have maybe left you feeling very alone, not fitting in. You are going through troubles, or you've spent your life going through great trouble with other people in your community. Sometimes you try to fit in, other times you realize you couldn't really fit in because a lot of the things in the society don't fit you. And perhaps you've gone through the Seven of Swords, a lack of mental clarity at times, where you have questioned if something was wrong with you in some areas of your life. Maybe there are some areas where there was chaos, you were worried, you were entrapped by the way they have viewed things in some manner, while in other areas you knew that you were right. And so you found yourself alone in a lot of the times. We can even see you here with the Justice card. You have tried to reason with the people around you, but it turns into bullying sometimes. They don't want to reason through logic. We can see you being calm here. They reason maybe through traditions, through the books, through very vigorous understandings. Doesn't even need to be traditions. It could be culture. It could be, the way society is functioning, not wanting to get out of that, covering their heads. And sometimes it's about you opening up your own path, even if it means you being alone. Pile number 2. In fact, we see here with the 8 of Cups, we see your journey depicted of sometimes leaving everyone, even if it kind of feels like home, but it's a tricky energy here. Leaving everything behind if it does not want to fit you. And so here we see you rewriting your own rules, thinking about things, everything, for your own self, using your intuition, your, your instinct, your own mind to come up with what is right. And what I love about the High Priestess is that the high priestess has a very open mind. It does not conform to tradition or to, what's the word called, to trends or anything. The high priestess has an open mind, enough to navigate even through the things that may seem taboo, in places and in areas where no one dares to think, just so she finds out the truth. It's all about finding the truth. And so we see with the Seven of Cups here, you're very open-minded and you're exploring things for yourself. At some point in your life, you're breaking all the norms and you're finding your own path, rewriting your own rules, finding your own truth, getting in touch with your intuition, with your internal thoughts, and thinking, even if I'm going to be completely alone, it's about finding the right thing for me, the right people for me, the right job for me, the right way of life for me. Finally finding your own peace and wisdom, releasing everything, jobs, people, way of life, maybe even home, everything, just to find what is right for you. And it's going to work out so well with you with the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to find independence, great wisdom, marvelous opportunities are opening their doors for you. And because of that, we see that other people around you are now paying attention to you, perhaps even cheating. They don't want to show you that you were right, but they're behind your back and behind closed doors. They're thinking, what if pile number 2 is right? They were trying to, these are the same people who were trying to raise the flames against you, saying that you may be crazy or outrageous, trying to, with all these colors, maybe you are trying to call you, what is the word? Weird, for standing out, whatever labels they want to put on you. It seems like you've dropped it. They can say whatever they want to say. Being judged with people who are closed-minded like that doesn't even matter. So you're writing your own rules, and it seems like at some point these flames that they're creating, they're not working at all. They dropped it, and they're even starting to cheat. They're starting to consider what you're doing because they see you living a creative, beautiful life, a very independent life, a life that speaks to you, and you've walked out that door, you've left it. And it's a tricky situation. We talk about it here in tarot like it's a piece of cake, but it's not. It's not a piece of cake at all. You have here with the Seven of Swords, a dilemma with the Seven of Swords here. We see someone behind the doorman's back going up and saving some chicks, as to say. So even though here it says parler au portier, which means talk to the doorman, who obviously you're supposed to give money to, maybe, as awful as this may sound, to rent them, we see someone behind the doorman's back stealing them, perhaps to free them. And while this person is distracting the doorman with time, the doorman doesn't notice all of that. And so we see this person saving these women up there. And so here the question becomes, on an ethical level, is this person doing the right thing or the wrong thing? Perhaps in their society, he's definitely doing the wrong thing because there are rules, and he's not supposed to go behind the doorman's back and take these women. But on another perspective, this person is arguing that it's not right in the first place to enslave women in this way. Maybe they're stuck. And so it's a tricky situation. Even you had to go through a lot of thoughts. It's a tricky situation even for you, because is it easy to be outcasted by your community? Obviously it isn't. And is it easy to do the right thing even if you're going to be outcasted by your community? Again, it's not easy. There are a lot of losses. Also, throughout all of that, there's a lot of healing. So maybe you need society, but then you can't fit in society. And we see a dilemma here, a great dilemma. And we see that your healing completely ends the minute that you throw away everything, because nothing is more precious than finding you and finding your truth and finding your own peace of mind, finding what speaks to you and doing the right thing for you, even if it means all by your own. And I do hope you find people, pile number 2, and that you're not on your own, but your reading is really speaking all about people here. And so it seems like your journey, your healing journey, finally ends by you opening up your own door, even if it means that you're crossed to the other side on your own. But you're surrounded here in your independence, the independence card, by many people or little birds. So we see here there's a new energy creating new people that finally suit you, suit your mind. And we see that you're not meant to spend your time on your own. You're just meant to have the bravery and the strength to leave what is not right, even if instantaneously it's going to feel like you're going to be on your own. Because on the other side, you will not just find your ultimate independence and strength, but you will find really the true people who are meant to sit on your table, my dear pile number 2. And that is what I see your healing journey is all about in your lifetime and in your soul journey. So pile number 3, let's now take a look at what your personal growth is going to be like in your soul journey. All right, so you have spring. You have, the 6-rate star. That's pretty powerful in your personal growth, for sure. This is what we ultimately want to reach. Wow, so you have confidence with the disseminating waning fire moon. Okay. With fruit, of course, around spring. Oh, and you have the lily of the valley. I love the lily of the valley. So we're seeing this all through love, because we have the 6-rayed star where they meet at the Anahata, right? You have the lily of the valley, and there is a myth surrounding it about it falling in love with nightingale. We'll get to that. So we can see love, confidence, spring coming to fruition. Really interesting. Pile number 2. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the 4 of Swords. You have the Tower card. Can you see? No, you can't. My dear, apologies. So that was your Four of Swords. That was your Tower card. I hope you can see the rest of your cards. That was your Lily of the Valley, right? Okay, I think you can now see all your cards. You have the Magician with Inspire. The Nine of Cups. Wow. The Eight of Wands. I know this is a little bit out of frame. I'll adjust it in a second. I feel this one first. So what is that? You have the Queen of Swords. Literally seeing a spirit guide. There is a specific spirit guide who's always there for you. Someone perhaps who passed away. Never left your side. Never. Okay. You have the Two of Cups. And they're dedicated in helping you take note and grow. They're really dedicated in helping you find your spiritual growth and making the best out of this lifetime coming to fruition. And last but not least, you have the Emperor. Let me adjust your cards and I'll be back. So, we see that you're going through a personal journey in your lifetime of learning how to love yourself. And that's why we see with the spring here, you've blossomed, or you're about to blossom and find the best version of yourself with the Nine of Cups. You're becoming the dream version of you. One with the Magician here, as it says, inspire. One that is so amazing that will inspire other people to be just like them. And you're at a point, it may start off slow with the Four of Swords in the beginning of your life, but at a certain point of your life, and it has to do maybe for some of you with a 9, maybe at 29 years old, 39, something like that. Things are going super fast. Or at an end of a decade. So it could be the other way around at 20, 30 or 40, something like that, 50. So things are slow, and then at some point things start going very quickly with the Eight of Wands, and we see spectacles, people watching you, being very amazed by you. You have a lot of fans around you, a lot of people watching you, loving who you are, maybe even wishing to be like you. So yeah, at a certain point in your life, you have a lot of fans, you have a lot of people looking up to you, not even knowing that it took you a long journey to be who you are. And we see with the 6-rayed star, it's an ancient symbol uniting the divine masculine energy with the divine feminine energy. And that's the most powerful sacred combination to have. The understanding of combining these two energies is the powerful state to be in. And so we see that you are creating or becoming a very confident person, a very strong, graceful, poised, beautiful person. But as you can see here with your Strength card, we see a lion very concerned about their little cub. And so you're creating your strength by noticing the weakest thing that you have. And as we know, you're as fast and as strong as your weakest link is. And so sometimes it's not about doing this or doing that as most popular, but it's about looking at where your weakest point is and paying the most attention to that, because in that area is where you'll find your ultimate strength. Seeing your Emperor, it shows that you're already unique in so many areas. You're already powerful in so many areas. And in this lifetime, you're taking a look at the areas that usually hold you back. And that is why you're celebrating and finding success. See, with this frog here and the Magician, you've taken a closer look at the small important things, tiny little details that could be bringing you back. And you're using both your masculine energy and your feminine energy to enhance and heal this link. So maybe with the masculine energy, you're learning how to set strong boundaries. Maybe you're learning how to go get what you want. Maybe even it's about finding our inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. And also through the feminine energy, you're learning to use your intuition to find out exactly how to do that, to find your way through the depth of your soul to understand exactly what needs to be looked at and how you can nurture yourself into strength, how to apply your strength in a very graceful way. So I see you learning and taking notes. It's a journey that you are going to be blessed in terms of finding the right information that will help you in becoming the person, the amazing person that in your life everyone will look in awe towards. So you're going to be very lucky in this area. Like I said, you're really guided, you're really protected. We have a statue of a god here. So maybe you're protected by the universe. You're meant to succeed in this journey. You have your spirit guides by your side, making sure that you are supported, that you think right, you're guided to find your way. But you will see pile number 2. You're going to, with the spring, with the fruits, you're going to look very fruitful, very handsome, very beautiful. You're going to be very confident, and you're going to be very graceful, because the unity of the divine feminine and divine masculine is found at the heart, which is the anahata. So you're exuding love, grace, charisma, strength, and power all at the same time. My dear pile number 2. What a lovely, lovely reading. The 2 of Cups here, you found ultimate self-love. You've learned to love everything about yourself, whether you've loved it before or not, appreciating the amazing things about you and valuing the things that you may not have valued in the past. You found acceptance. You've accepted and appreciated and felt grateful for the things that may not be great, made your best to improve it and make the best out of it. And you've also learned to shine, show that wonderful part of you that is amazing. You're not putting yourself down. You see, someone's demonstrating and inspiring here. You've learned to show who you are as well. Pile number 2. Without any shame whatsoever, but with confidence and glory. See, I see with this Tower card that through thick and thin, you've chosen you. Pile number 2. And that's the best decision that you have made. You've chosen to never, maybe with the Tower, criticize you or put you down, but rather take care of you when things are rough. And that's why you've built confidence here. You've learned to choose you by loving yourself for who you are. Never judging or maybe criticizing yourself, but rather taking notes, learning, improving, but never maybe being triggered with the tower by yourself, triggered by who you are. You've learned to never do that, or you're about to learn to never be triggered by who you are. You've learned to maybe make a pact with yourself, or be kind and gentle with yourself, to accept yourself for who you are. And that nothing is more important ever than your relationship with yourself. Whoever doesn't like it, doesn't like it. And you know, on this note, pile number 2, let me tell you something. That always remember, if we had something awful about us, we would have wished we at least had what we had. And so it's not important to play that game of that silly game of who's better, who's lower, and all that silly game. Because the most important thing really is that we are okay. We're very lucky to be okay, or to be where we are. Anything else is a silly game. Not worth us ever being triggered. No one with true, genuine self-confidence would indulge or play this game. And so if anyone is playing that game, it comes from a place that they need to heal. And so don't indulge in that game. Know very well that if they're doing it, they have a place within them that really needs to heal. And the most important thing is that we are okay. And so putting that note aside, I see you're celebrating yourself greatly in this lifetime, my dear pile number 2. You found your balance. You're amazing. You're a spectacle. People are looking at you in awe. And you're exuding that energy because you found peace within yourself, even in the chaos. Even when others are maybe thinking that you would be triggered. You're never triggered anymore at some point, because you're inspired and you love yourself for who you are. You found that self-love and acceptance. You've healed, what did we say it was called? The weak link. You found the weak link. You've taken note and you've decided to make peace with it. And that's why you have the 4 of Swords. You found mental refuge, mental stability, mental peace completely by healing this area. And with that, because as we mentioned, you obviously have a lot of amazing things. You're shining now. Who you are appears. You've become an inspirational person. You're blossoming because of the most important thing that you focused on. You'll be healing a lot of things with the divine masculine and the divine feminine, but that is the most important thing. Healing that which you will be doing in your lifetime. You'll be learning so much, and you are very lucky in that aspect, pile number 2. You are going to exude so much power and confidence and beauty that no one is able to explain, because it comes from a true place of peace, tranquility, self-love, and charisma and power. Pile number 2, that was your reading. Have I enjoyed it? I love who you are. May you always have the best in life. That was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book, Pile Number 2. This book could really help you out in your journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey of being productive and self-disciplined. And so if you're interested in that and would love to enjoy that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you enjoy audiobooks as I do. And Pile Number 2, that was your reading. It was so lovely spending this time with you, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Hi, Pile Number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's place your crystal right here. And as you know, we're taking a look at your exact soul journey in this lifetime. So your pile has been divided into 3 parts. We're taking a look at your mission, then your healing, and then your personal growth. So let's take a look at your soul mission and see what we have. So Pile Number 3. You have Sugar. What a lovely card to start with. You have Crocus. Okay. You also have Candle with Illumination. You have, the 14th moon mansion called Scepter, that is ruled by Saturn and Venus in Virgo. Interesting. Let's keep it right there. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, you have the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups. I think we need to push these down a little bit. Yeah, so we have space. You have the Empress. All right. I'll put it here and then I'll save space outside the camera. Oh no, actually we have space down there. So you have the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Cups. Wow. And the Five of Wands. So let's take a look at what your soul mission is here in this lifetime. Let me just move these a little bit so you can... Oh, actually we don't, because you can see your Empress on camera. That's great news. Okay. So, having the 14th moon mansion with Scepter, you know, Saturn and Venus, Venus of course being the Empress here, you're holding a very challenging position in your lifetime. Not easy. Not anyone can really hold this position. And so here I'm seeing that you have some sort of a position in your lifetime very close to being a modern saint, if you will. You will have a lot of people following you, and I don't mean that in terms of religion, of course, but you are coming with a very strong message, whether this has to do with your job or not, but you're coming with a very strong message. One of your missions is to say something that is maybe cutthroat or is not easy to talk about and needs someone bold like you, progressive like you, someone who has the strength and the mental capability and the heart that you have to be able to deliver such a strong message. And I say it's hard because you have the crocus, and the crocus flower is so amazing. It's able to grow and bloom from the snow, from the frost. So it's really a difficult situation, difficult circumstances. But with the candle here, you're definitely illuminating the way. And with the peacock, you are a unique person meant for this path. You have sugar here, which shows that you'll be able to present this, what may be seen as an outrageous idea, in a society that may not initially accept it in the beginning, in a sweet way, in a way that is digestible, or not digestible, in a way that tastes good, that they can, there's a word for it, that they can, that is palatable. We're seeing a lot of twos here, and it shows that you will be able to help society. With the Page of Wands, call me crazy, but single-handedly, I'm not sure how, but single-handedly, just like the god Janus here. So you're presented as a saint, a god, meaning that you are a strong being, and you will be able to find that balance within the society single-handedly. Single-handedly. This is mind-blowing. I wonder how you're going to do that, pile number 3. You're going to make people accept what used to be maybe outrageous. And through that, the society is finding harmony, is finding love, is finding happiness. And they're following your lead in this idea. You're making a hard topic or subject very palatable. What can I say, pile number 3? I think you're very cool. Yeah. With the Page of Wands, you're speaking with a lot of courage. It's not easy to talk about these things, but you're definitely doing it not just with courage, but with intelligence. With the Knight of Swords, you're picking your battles. You have everything prepared. You know what you're going to say. You know how to overjump an argument if it's just gonna drag. You're very smart in your ways, very quick with your words, very witty, and you'll be able to bypass the regular things that may stop society from growing, the discussions that just drag, and you're moving people forward. That's really cool. I think I want to really explore on that, pile number 3. I want to know, like, I know it's a general reading, but I want to find out more about you. What are you talking about? What are you changing? Can we kindly know, please? What is pile number 3 changing here? Chariot, 7 of Swords. Something that is going against the nature of human beings, because we have the salmon and it goes against the water flow, and so it's putting human beings at a disadvantage, at a great disadvantage. I think human beings have gotten so used to doing it that they feel scared with the shadow here, that something is going to happen if they don't continue in their ways. Smoke in the background shows that there are rumors, ideas that don't have any origins, that they base these arguments upon. And because of these rumors, these ideas, they keep going against the natural flow of humanity, resulting in them doing things that harm. They think they're harming others, but they're really harming themselves. World cards. You're changing the world. Pile number 3. Wow. You're really changing the world? Wow. Really cool. Ace of Pentacles. Maybe through the internet. And Judgment. See? You're making a new beginning and you're raising the standards of human beings in a certain aspect. Wow, that is so cool, I must say. Honestly, this is impressive. Ace of Pentacles, you're providing a solution. So it's not just talk and so it's not just you criticizing. You're offering a brilliant solution that will help guide the way. You're showing people clearly what's going wrong, how to find a solution, and you're doing it in a way that is palatable. Maybe you are doing it through entertainment. Maybe you are doing it through entertainment, maybe on the internet. You're presenting something that people watch, enjoy, and then they're really thinking about this. This is so cool. Maybe the 3 of Cups is talking about followers. That's why Modern Saint. I'm mind blown. Anyways, that's just one idea of how things are going to go down. This is, of course, a general reading, and there are so many ways that this is going to be applied. And you being the leader, you're the one who's going to show us all the way and lead with great courage and confidence, and how to communicate. Sorry, pile number 3. So as I was saying, you are the one who is going to show us the way and how you're going to present this, of course. All in all, you're going to sugarcoat it, as to say, so to speak. But in any ways, you will have a grand effect, perhaps, on the whole world. And I do want to tell you that I noticed something in your reading, pile number 3. I've noticed 2 things all the time, holding 2 things. So I think, we took the 9 of Cups. There we go. So a 9 of Cups is important. You're going to bring a lot of happiness to families or people. You're relieving people. So anyways, I was saying that for you actually, pile number 3, you have 2 soul missions that are very important, maybe even equally important in this lifetime. And this reading is showing us one of them. And I was wondering why I kept saying in the beginning, one of your soul missions. I was like, why did I say that? I kept saying that. And now we understand that you have 2 soul missions, 2 very important missions in your lifetime, pile number 3. Okay, let's now take a look at your soul healing journey, pile number 3. All right, so pile number 3, you have conjunction. How interesting. Okay. We see you integrating your shadow with your light. Isn't this so cool? Okay, that is some big, powerful changes in this lifetime. Powerful moves. Wow. Okay, really cool. Good for you, pile number 3. You have the clover. Wow, I love the clover. You're going to be very fortunate and in being able to heal and integrate your shadow and your light. What else can one ask for in a healing journey? Wow, you have the lady with embodiment. The lady is the high priestess. Okay. So you have the crescent waxing earth moon with investment. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Queen of Wands. Amazing. Already talking about how you're going to be glowing. So cool. You have the Hermit card. No, this is uncanny. I mean, the High Priestess, and then you have the Druids being represented in your Hermit card, and we saw you being a modern shaman, modern saint. You hold a lot of powers in this lifetime. The more you integrate your shadow and light, the more you're bringing fortune into your life, the more you have very strong psychic powers. Pile number 3. Imagine that. Oh, you probably know. You probably already know. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the 8 of Swords. You have the Sun card. Wow. With Horus. You have the 2 of Pentacles. And the Hierophant. I'm telling you, there's a big spiritual place. You hold a big spiritual place, and it doesn't mean that you are necessarily showing your powers. You have the Hermit here. You secretly know about some high spiritual powers that you have, some high spiritual knowledge. And I think the more you integrate your shadow with your light, the more you're illuminated about it. Wow, you have the Emperor. Big cards. Pile number 3. And you have the 6 of Cups. So obviously with the 6 of Cups here, in conjunction to the Emperor, we see that you're healing your inner child in this lifetime. You're very successful at healing your inner child. In fact, we see you holding it close here with the 2 of Pentacles, treading very carefully in your journey, making sure that your inner child is okay before doing anything. And you're not moving quickly, you're moving slowly to make sure as you take steps, you listen to your shadow and you see what it's telling you, why it's making you maybe move slowly or hurt. And before you solve the outer issues and the outer problems and challenges, you look inwards first, and you're going to take baby steps to heal your inner child, to heal internally before you ever look at the outside challenges. So inward first, and inwards helping you become very strong, very psychic, very aware and illuminated. And that in turn helps you navigate your way with confidence in your outside world. So in this lifetime, you're taking it very slow. You're finding a lot of luck in your outside world as you integrate both together. Was it in your reading that we saw the 6-rayed star? Because this is gonna blow my mind now. Let me check. Was it in your reading, the 6-rayed star? Hold on. Okay, let me do this outside the camera. Oh no, sorry. But maybe you were attracted to pile 2. If you were, and I did notice an element of pile 2, I think in the first part of your reading. So you might want to check pile number 2. So anyways, we see that you're doing a lot of healing in this lifetime, because at some point you are really taking care of your inner child, and you're learning to navigate through life with confidence, with a lot of power, for sure. We see you portraying a lot of confidence. Yes, a lot of confidence. People find you very attractive, very strong. because the reason for this glow up, all this light, is because you've learned to look within first. Pile number 3. Really cool, really cool. And that's why you have investment with the crescent waxing earth moon. You've invested so much time and so many years taking a look at what your inner child is saying, and what shadow is that presenting, and why this is happening, and why you feel the way you do. And you've made sure you heal yourself within, more importantly than taking care of your outside world before. You're not doing it in any way that would harm your inner child. Good for you, pile number 3. You are going to do a marvelous job of healing and integrating your shadow and light. And because of that, we see with the clover, you're getting a lot of good luck in this lifetime because of that. Perhaps investment could be, for one reason or another, helping you bring in more money. Maybe your charisma is helping you display your strength. And as it was showing us in the first part of your reading, probably that is also going to help you exude power, confidence, popularity, to help you in your soul mission that we saw in the first part of your reading. Maybe you're going to be believable, presented as stable and strong, because you've taken so much care of yourself. So proud of you, pile number 3. Good job. And that is why you have all of this spiritual elements in your reading. I must say, I think I said that a million times. You have a lot of psychic powers. And one, psychic powers not to be, I want to say, not to be messed with. Very strong psychic powers. Let's explore. What psychic powers do we see here? Can we kindly know what is pile number 3's strong psychic powers, please? The Moon, Judgment, Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So Queen of Pentacles, you're a great manifester, for sure. That's why you have the clover there. You're a great manifester. With the Judgment, wow, you are able to rise and like, it's like you download information. You have inner wisdom is what I want to say. You have very strong inner wisdom, very active crown chakra. That's why that helps you become a balanced person. You understand, you think, you're able to think, you know, that psychic brain, able to use your psychic brain. You're able to, you know, natural wisdom, natural intelligence. And with the Moon, my dear pile number 3, you're able to predict things. You're able to use your emotions to feel the unseen. Maybe you're even clairvoyant. Yeah, you're able to, either with tools or just your emotions or dreams, you're able to predict in a strong way. Very strong, psychically strong person. You're able to see the unseen, feel the unseen. Wow, pile number 3. I think I'm going to love this pile. Okay, so as we can see here, this is your healing journey. You're going to do a fantastic job with healing your inner child, and you're going to be glowing because of all that effort that you've put in. And you're obviously, all of this healing is going to lead to you creating a lot of wealth. So let's now take a look at your journey of personal growth. All right, let's see what we have. So You have benevolent guide. So lovely. Okay. You have the moon word. It's really interesting because it's able to melt away metal. So we're seeing a strong personality. Really cool. All right. And you being a guide, do you see that over and over again? You have, whoa, the cone of power. Wow. Yahweh. And you have the 12th moon mansion ruled by Mars and Mercury in Leo with the fall. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the 10 of Wands. Again, you being a very good listener to yourself, what the story really talks about. We'll get to it in a second. You have the 5 of Swords with the story of Isis and Osiris. You have the Ace of Wands. Oh, okay. This is significant with the Ace of Wands here. The King of Swords. So obviously these are together. You have the 2 of Cups. Yeah, finding equal powers. Okay. And Page of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Wow. And the Knight of Wands. Where do we begin here? We see here through your personal growth with the benevolent guide that even though you are a guide to the rest of the world, even a guide needs guidance. But throughout your growth, pile number 3, you are going to become a very powerful person. You have the cone of power here with Yahweh. This is the Jewish name for God. Then you have the moon word here, and it says, a legend has it that it can melt away even metal. So we see that you're building so much power that is unparalleled, believe it or not. Something that cannot be touched. And I'm not sure how. It's like of course this has to do with your personal power, but also energetically, yes. So we're seeing you grow to an extent where you are going to be so powerful in terms of your character and in terms of the energy that you exude. I see that no power in the world will be able to penetrate your power. Pile number 3. And we can see a guide here to why that is. One of the items or the elements is through the healing, which we saw in the second part of your reading. Do you see here a skull listening to the ground, and a tree grew because of the listening? And the reason I say a skull listening is because this is a Paraguay legend where the father was looking for his daughter and kept his ears on the ground because he was listening to footsteps, giving him clues to where she could be. So just like listening to the daughter, you're listening to your inner child. We've already established that. And you listening very quietly and very attentively to your emotions, to your inner child, to what you may be feeling, to your shadow, to your light, is the reason that you've built so much power in your journey, or will be building so much power in your journey. We see with the fall here in the 12th moon mansion that whenever you fall, you're definitely picking up feedback with the Page of Cups lovingly. You're listening to why there was this fall, or this mishap. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? And because you're gathering with the Four of Cups here, all of the feedback with an open heart and an open mind, you're gaining so much power with the Knight of Wands. You're doing it better the next time. So your reading is so empowering. We're taking a look more at the powerful things that you're doing more than the issue itself or the problem. So it's not about you having a certain issue that you're going through all of your life. Your reading is all about you noticing anything that may not be going exactly how you want, and with the you constantly working on it. And we see here with the story of Isis and Osiris in the Five of Swords that nothing really stands in your way. You have a lot of tenacity is what we can see. And long story short, with Isis and Osiris, her husband Osiris was murdered and separated into small body parts and distributed all over Egypt. And she went all the way looking for her husband, and she gathered his pieces, put him together, and brought him back to life. So we see that nothing is important for you. Nothing is ever gone. No matter how the situations in your life are going to seem impossible to put back together, that doesn't work with you, pile number 3. In fact, you have the magical paintbrush here with the Japanese legend of, Chinese folk tale story, my apologies, of dreaming of a paintbrush, and whatever he drew came to life, and then woke up and found the paintbrush. And so nothing really stands in your way. Whenever there is a mishap in your life, that is not ever the end. You will always find a way to make it happen, or to rectify it and adjust it for yourself. Such an impressive character, pile number 3. And so here we see with the King of Swords, you are in command and in control of your life. In fact, with the Two of Cups here, this is a story of a great power looking for an equal power, for someone who has an opponent who has that same power. So I see that you will be able to find your counterpart in your lifetime, someone who's as strong as you. There will be a strong bond between the two of you. Both of you will be supporting each other, and it's kind of like a power couple here, pile number 3. I also see that you are going to have the boldness of putting yourself in risky situations, putting yourself out there. And because you're taking so many risks in your life, constantly moving out of your comfort zone, you're learning so much, getting so much experience, so much maybe wealth, so many opportunities that is giving you a lot of power. Pile number 3, your reading is so impressive. You come across throughout your whole reading as someone who works hard, is not afraid of being out there, is not afraid of listening to themselves, listening to their inner child, listening to their shadow. What type of power is that? And always being out there, making sure you fix whatever needs to get fixed. You don't wait for things to linger around until it creates a problem. You're just so alert, putting great attention to whatever is not working so that you can instantly do something about it. And that's why you're so much in control of your life. You're going to live a life that you will love very much. You're going to be very proud of yourself. and you're going to have a huge amount of strength, maybe even because they're unparalleled. Something that is unparalleled with the X here. Kodustü, what can I say? Pile number 3. I will say actually one thing. Be careful. Pile number 3. Do not let wealth entrap you, because we see it here twice. So always let wealth make use of wealth, but don't let it entrap you, perhaps emotionally. So we see that you're going to have power in so many ways, emotionally, power with knowledge, power financially, power with your words and what you say, of course, you being a guide. And so don't let wealth entrap you, meaning don't be afraid, don't be worried about maybe losing it. Do your best, but don't be attached to it emotionally at any point. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Other than that, pile number 3, what can I say? You're so good to go. You're going to be a very, very powerful person. So pile number 3, it is so hard leaving your reading. It was so magical from the very beginning. I wish you the best of luck from my heart. That was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check my second channel out. You'll find a link first thing in the description box to the channel. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3. This book could really help you out in your journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you enjoy listening to your books. And pile number 3, it was such a pleasure spending this time with you. Thank you for tuning in. Wish you the best of luck in your journey. Such a beautiful spiritual journey. I know I said that a lot. So inspirational. And pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So you have chosen the beautiful rose quartz point. Let's keep it right there. And let's take a look at what your exact soul journey is all about in this lifetime. And as you can see, we've divided your reading into 3 parts. So let's take a look. Let's keep it actually right there. Let's take a look at the first part of your reading, and that is your soul mission. What is your soul mission all about? Yeah. So you have dissolution. Amazing. Okay. You have, wow, the seed. Okay. You have black cat. Sorry, apologies. There we go. You have the black cat with psychism. Okay. You have the black moon earth with economy that seems dormant here. This is really cool. Interesting. Some of you could be in the financial field. That's just some of you. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So wow, you have strength, you have temperance, you have the 5 of Pentacles, some of you could be financial consultants, but that's very specific. This is for some of you. You have the Page of Swords. the 8 of Swords. Wow. You have the 6 of Swords. The Star. Wow. And you have Justice. Wow. Now that is definitely a unique pile here. Justice and Star. Some of you could be in the legal field, maybe a judge, a lawyer, a financial consultant. Your job somehow directly has an effect on the economy one way or the other. Maybe you're a business person, someone who has either your small business or a huge corporation. All in all, we're seeing something coming to an end, and you're defending your position or other people's position. You're helping them begin anew with the seed. You're consulting them to help them come out of a difficult situation. You're finding them, you're helping them find their hopes and dreams. Bringing balance to an otherwise very difficult situation. In a situation where people feel stuck. That's why I can't help but feel like some of you could be lawyers maybe. But since this is a general reading, I'm going to tap more into the energy of what your soul mission is going to be like exactly. With disregard to where the field could be in specific. Oh, also, maybe a war and some of you are soldiers. Peacemakers is another thing. Looks like a big role. Do know that in your soul mission, you are going to have a very powerful position. In your position, you are going to bring balance, as we said, to a situation that otherwise looked like others were suffering from some sort of desperation. You're doing it with your knowledge and intellect, and in many ways opening up people's minds to listening to a perspective they didn't want to see, hear, or do anything about. I see that you will be standing strong and courageous, defending your case. You have a mission that you are very passionate about, and nothing can come in between you and this mission. You will find resolution constantly because you have the Star. You have the Justice card, finding justice and balance. And we see you constantly renovating yourself to make sure you suit the situation or that issue that you're defending. But all in all, you're always finding a solution, finding a new start. And with economy as well, that has another meaning. You're going to build strong wealth in this soul mission, pile number 4. So tricky. I'm not sure what this is really about. Within your role, you'll be playing many other roles. It's like you'll be the star of the show because you are multi-talented and you're able to bring things together see you're able to weave the whole situation together with your hands. You're able to do something about it. You're going to be very popular, of course, with the star, but we see the star taking the second role, meaning that has nothing to do with more popular or less popular, but rather you caring about what you're doing. That is taking the priority. And stardom or popularity is coming as a byproduct of your genuine care and great intention to fixing something here. Pile number 4. Even money comes second. It's all about you taking care of something. Also, if you notice, you protecting the cause is coming second to the new beginning. So it's like you have an open mind. It's not about doing it one way or the other. If you find a way to create a new beginning, you're very open to do that. As long as there's a great solution that helps maybe your client or the people that you are protecting or that cause that you're standing up for. You could also be a humanitarian who cares a lot about a certain cause and is trying to fight corruption. That is another thing. Pile number 4, for sure. All in all, you are presented as a peacemaker, a very strong person who's not afraid to stand up for corruption or any sort of power. Someone who's very educated and someone who cares about the cause more than the money and the fame, despite the fact that you will be very famous and wealthy. Pile number 1. Oh, sorry, pile number 4. Apologies. Also, of course, you are fair and just, very open-minded to listen. It's all about finding a solution and not about your ego necessarily. In your work, you're going to create a new beginning, one way or the other, a new way to deal with something, or you're going to resolve something grand that was absolutely unfair. Maybe you're going to save a certain population or save a certain cause, and you're going to be very successful at that. And this new beginning and this resolution happened because you put your mind and strength to it. It's going to happen because of you. Pile number 4. Thank you. I wonder what you're going to do, but it looks with all of these energies that this has to do with big powers. So this is not a small cause per se. It looks like you're finding a solution. I know this is the Latin name for the solution, but you're going to find a solution to something, to some people or some situation that is quite unfair. Maybe some people who are left behind in the cold, left out in the cold, or a certain cause that we're not taking a closer look at. Pile number 4. That is really so impressive. I wish you the best of luck with that. Thank you for putting your heart to an important cause and finding a resolution for it. So kudos to you, pile number 4. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at your spiritual journey here, let's take a look at your healing journey. Pile number 4. Okay, so pile number 4, we have the coagulation. Interesting. Okay. You have the belladonna. Wow, you have the 20th moon mansion with the precipice, ruled by Jupiter and Mars in Sagittarius. You have, wow, the wizard with spiritual impeccability. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the devil card. You have the Two of Pentacles. Now that's a powerful combination here. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Moon. Oh, okay. So obviously the Moon and the next card are related. The Nine of Wands. Okay. So these are together. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. Oh, how are we gonna let oh, maybe we're guided to put the King of Swords right there. Okay. And you have the Eight of Wands. So what is your healing journey? I see that you are going to be healing in your lifetime a lot of the misconceptions that used to slow you down with the Knight of Pentacles. And because in contrast to the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands, which is speed, velocity. So you're healing all the ideas that were slowing you down and were the reason for sometimes for your fall with the precipice here. These ideas you held so strongly to that it was nearly impossible for you to let go of. In fact, just like the marionette, they were kind of controlling you and controlling your actions and the way you do things. Maybe even affecting your inner child with the Six of Cups, affecting you emotionally with the Moon, affecting your strength and your confidence. And you were holding on to these ideas tight. And the reason I'm saying you're holding on to these ideas is because you have the belladonna here. And a legend has it that the belladonna plant is a plant that is so beloved by the devil. It's interesting that it's right next to the devil, right? That he gifted many of its magical abilities to his allies. And the reason you have the hen here is because the devil fiercely protected it to the extent that when he wasn't around, he placed a hen to guard it when he wasn't present. So yeah, it's like these were ideas, or maybe still are, or you're on the way of healing it. These are ideas that you've held so strongly to that were constantly the reason to your fall, and you may not have realized them. And once you heal these ideas in your journey, you will find your balance, and this slowness in your life will dissipate, and you move very quickly in everything. You in your personal development, you move in your spiritual journey, you heal your inner child, you grow, everything, really everything starts to happen. We see you glowing and shining. The Nine of Wands is confidence, of course. Even with the King of Swords here, we see mental clarity and mental strength, and coming up and finding the right solutions and the right understanding of things once you let go of these ideas along your path, pile number 4. So what are these ideas? Well, with the Pentacles and the Wizard, this could be related to manifesting things to you, manifesting your wishes to reality, actually. That's one thing. They could be the wand here is pointing to the reflection of the unicorn, showing me that you are a unique person, but the reflection is blurred. Maybe these ideas have to do with you as well, of maybe how you see yourself, pile number 4. You are presented here as a powerful manifester, a powerful person. But you will discover that these very ideas were the reason that were coagulating the flow of things to you, and not that there was anything necessarily maybe wrong with you at all, or your capabilities of or what you could do. And we see that you'll be able to balance that in your healing journey. You'll be healing your inner child. It's going to you're going to have a very confident, free, outgoing inner child that will heal your sadness. This healing will also help you attract wealth to you. And they will help you take risks with the precipice that otherwise were coagulating your progress. Oh. And most importantly, you are going to glow and become a much stronger, more confident person who's mentally balanced as you let go of these wrong beliefs or misconceptions that have held you back. So yeah, you're definitely going to heal that in this lifetime, and because of that, like we said, you're going to be a great manifester. Things are going to move quickly. You're going to heal your inner child and become a strong person mentally and physically. Also, you're exuding confidence. That's what I see here in your healing journey. Such a powerful journey. I'm rooting for you, pile number 4. I know you probably know that there are some what is it called, misbeliefs, false beliefs. Yeah, and the candle just went out. So you're illuminating. We're gonna light up a candle here, which shows that you're really illuminating your mind with the right ideas that will be helping you strongly in your path, pile number 4. They're gonna put you in your power for sure. I wish you all the best of luck, my dear pile number 4, with that. I hope you're already on the way, and it's not easy with the moon. You're really figuring things out. You're trying to understand what they could be, identifying them first, and then working. Once you identify them, we can see that your energy is moving quickly because you're aware of what they are, and you being a powerful person, a strong person, someone who knows how to defend. You came across as a consultant or someone who defends something. So I see a lot of mental capabilities that will be the reason of strongly moving you forward. Pile number 4. All the best of luck with that. And let's get into your personal growth in your soul journey. Okay, so let's take a look. You have Saturn. All right. You have, whoa, spiral with attraction. Didn't I tell you? You're going to develop a lot of powers in attracting things to you. And you have the spiral here, which in Wicca is a symbol of either bringing in life force or pushing out life force. And seeing Saturn here, you're going to overcome some sort of great challenge in your life. You're pushing it out, ending it altogether, and attracting instead a lot of blessings in your life. This theme has been reoccurrent, showing that it's definitely confirmed that because of your healing, you're attracting amazing and birthing amazing things in your life. So you have the gibbous waxing earth moon with ambition. And again, we clearly see that you are going to have a very strong desire. You're going to be very motivated in fixing this once and for all. I got an impression here. What was it? You have a lot of green healing the heart chakra. You're maybe healing some sadness. Maybe it's sadness from the past because we saw the inner child. You're going to be healing something that was hurtful in the past, and your heart chakra, the anahata, is really glowing, fully revived and healing. And we see a lot of orange, which is the sacral chakra, the manipura, and it shows that it is your personal power and your motivation and desire that will be the reason for healing this sadness and this challenge. Oh, we have the chickweed. What are we seeing here? Actually, I'm seeing that you're going to be healing this sometime early in your life. It's not happening late towards the end of your life. That's really great news. The reason I say that is because the chickweed, it flowers early when the rest of the plants are still, in winter. They didn't flower yet. So it's one of the herbs that flowers early. Also, it's full of nutrients. So because you're healing this pretty early, you're getting the benefits, a lot of benefits because of this early healing. Namely, not just your heart chakra, but with all the green again, a lot of blessings, a lot of wealth. This keeps coming up as a theme in your reading. Because of your healing, you're attracting things in your life. That's really cool. Maybe you're attracting your dreams. That's really interesting as well. Not just wealth, but attracting everything that you want in your life. Yeah, we saw that in the second part of your reading. So you have the 9 of Swords. I love this specific 9 of Swords. You have the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles. I'm really happy for you with the 8 of Pentacles here. You have the Magician. Wow. Oh my, you're going to be very skilled at it as well. So maybe you were oblivious to the false beliefs, but once you find out about them, boy, you have the Eight of Pentacles here. This is someone who is very skilled at their craft, someone who looks into detail. The Magician is also someone who's very skilled. So you're going to be very skilled at going deep down into your emotions, finding out what's wrong, what's holding you back. And with the Nine of Swords, you're going to be holding the reins to this situation. No longer feeling anxious about it, no longer feeling worried, no longer allowing it to take control of you. But now you're taking control of the situation, and you're very skilled at healing yourself here. And that's why you're blossoming early. Pile number 4. You have the Ace of Cups. We see a totally new beginning in terms of your emotional and mental state, your emotional state, yeah. You have the Seven of Swords. It's tricky. It's tricky because you believe in these beliefs. They're rooted, subconscious. So you're going down in your subconscious, finding out that shadow and bringing it into the light. Once you find out about it, you nip it in the bud. And you vibrate higher. And once you find out about every single belief that you find out about, you tackle. It no longer becomes part of you. See, new beginnings. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. I'm seeing here it's like a domino effect. That's why it was a very quick process in your healing with the Eight of Wands. Let me bring out your previous card. Remember this card. That's why your progress was very quick. Remember when we said once you find out about it, your progress becomes quickly. And so matter of just finding out about it. Once you do, the rest is easy for you. You're just gonna, like we said, nip it in the bud. And it's like a domino effect, a thread. Yes. Once you find the first misconception, you'll be very quickly able to find out the rest. The whole thing is going to fall down like a domino because it's about finding that beginning, finding the beginning of the thread, of not understanding why maybe you feel the way that you do. And once you figure out what happened maybe in the past, why you react the way you do, you find out the technique, you'll have the strength to pull through and work through it. Never, ever tirelessly. What's the word that I want to say? Never being tired in ever tackling it. So you're taking control of the situation. It's all about finding that beginning tricky part. And it's no longer part of your life. That's really impressive, pile number 4. You're healing a big deal here. You're healing some childhood, maybe trauma or a difficult situation or a hardcore, even maybe family belief or cultural belief or a belief about yourself, and taking it out, liberating yourself completely from it. This looks like a keyboard to me. Maybe you're going to be searching for information. That could also be consultation with a therapist that will help you pinpoint exactly what you're not seeing. Just like the Hierophant, you're going to be learning so much. Also, the Pisces, you're going to allow spirituality to guide you. So it's a mixture of information, psychology, and spirituality. And boy, are you going to exude power, pile number 4. You're going to create that new beginning for yourself. And from that moment, you're going to be just like a magician. Remember when we always said your manifestation powers become super strong. See how both of them have their arms raised and they're attracting from the ether down to earth. You'll be able to achieve everything that you ever wanted. You're going to make all of your dreams come true. And this is going quickly as soon as you hold the reins in your hand. Wow, what an interesting reading. Pile number 4. This is what I see in your spiritual journey. It was so lovely spending this time with you. Thank you for tuning in. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And if you're interested in Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my second channel out. You'll find the link to it first thing in the description box. And also, please don't forget to check out my productivity book. This book could really help you out to become productive, a more self-disciplined person. It's small, straight to the point. You won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you will find that in this book, it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. This book truly holds true to this promise, and if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you love and enjoy audiobooks. And pile number 4, it was a real pleasure doing this reading for you, wishing you the best. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.